I have started my new job as a school bus driver, and I started yesterday. Yesterday was my first day of training, and the training consists of right now for yesterday and today we watched videos on the right way to handle a school bus and learning how to load, like what entails when you load and offloading your children, the safety measures to take. And also it shows all the ways that accidents can occur during your transporting children. Whew, some of the videos was horrific to look at. The type of accidents when people just drive by the school buses. The school bus had the stop sign out, and people would still run the stop signs on the school buses. And that is how children tend to get ran over or nearly ran over when you have drivers not adhering to the stop sign and the red lights on the bus flashing. So we will show films on that, the dangers of that happening. And so far it's been okay though. And I know one film that he showed today, I was almost in tears when this little boy was left on the school bus because the driver, after the driver had dropped off all the kids to where they were supposed to go, and this was the end of the school day, the driver took the bus to the transportation port where the buses are left, and the person didn't check to see was any children left on the bus, because sometimes a child might be asleep on the bus and might miss his stop or her stop. So this bus driver didn't check to see if all the children was off the bus. And so it just so happened a little boy, looked like he was about 6 or 7 years old, was on the bus. And when he realized he was on the bus by himself, he was crying and, crying for help and, walking to the back of the bus, to the window, the door that's at the back of the bus. And at that time, I guess he didn't see nobody or nobody saw him. And so he went back to the seat and he was just crying. And that nearly brought tears to my eyes, just seeing that. That was horrific. It was just horrific. And so then the child did eventually get up and go back to the back of the bus, to the back doors, and somebody finally saw him. And so they was able to get him out. But that was, I'm glad they show these films because it should make upcoming bus drivers to be more attentive and more aware of how important it is to do your bus checks. You have to do your bus checks before you start your route, as far as making sure the under the engine and all your lights is working properly and no leaks under the bus and all that. You have to do your pre-inspections before you start your routes, and then when you're done with your routes, you check your bus and on the inside, check to make sure nothing is broken, no seats is broken or anything, and you check to make sure that all of your children are off the bus. So this is very, very important, so I can see. I think this is going to be a very interesting job for me. I've never been a bus driver before, so I'm looking forward to it though. I believe I am. So anyway, I started that yesterday, and I'm gonna see just how well it goes. I won't know exactly what to expect for me as being a bus driver when I actually start driving the bus and driving with students on it, until school open back up, because right now it's like the end of May, so school is out and school won't be starting back up again until I think the first maybe the first week in August or something like that. But however, during my training, I do understand that I will have an opportunity once I start learning how to actually drive the bus and maneuver the bus, that there will be a time during this training that I will be transporting students, I guess, I don't know, to summer school or some kind of camp or something like that, whatever. We will have the opportunity to drive students on the bus, and to get our training for that, because that is part of the training before school actually starts. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So yeah. So yeah, those films, when I think about it, they was very interesting to look at, very interesting. And so if any of you drive buses or know school bus drivers and know some stories, I welcome you to share them with me. I would like to know about your experiences or your friends' experience as a school bus driver, and also tell me, how do you handle children that might be hard to manage, and concerning their behaviors and stuff like that. I would like to know your inputs for that. But they haven't taught us so far. I haven't, I don't know how they would say to handle a child, unruly child, that haven't gotten to that part of the training yet. So, but I would like to know your input or your take on that, or what you think, how you think it should be handled. If you are a parent yourself and you have a child or a grandchild riding the school bus, and if your child was unruly, how would you want the driver to handle that? So yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to get ready to end this vlog. Yesterday I cooked some salmon, and I tell you, the salmon tasted good, but they was the worst looking salmon I ever cooked, I think. I have cooked prettier salmon, but at least the flavor was good, so I was able to eat it, and I'm thankful for that.